All right, let's just jump right in. If you're anything like me, you've probably got a notebook or maybe a folder on your computer, just jam-packed with business ideas. The problem is, which one do you actually work on? You've got all this raw potential, but no clear place to start. Well, this explainer is going to fix that. We're going to build a filter to find the one idea that's truly worth your time right now. Okay, first things first, let's get one thing straight. We're talking about evaluation, not validation. They sound similar, but they're worlds apart. We get so hyped about our ideas, we want to start building right away. That's validation. That's the real-world test, and trust me, it gets expensive fast. What we're doing here is the crucial first step, evaluation. It's a quick, internal gut check that costs you absolutely nothing but a little bit of honest thinking. So where do we even begin this process? Well, the first and honestly the most important filter is something the source material calls matching fit. And this is the step almost everyone skips, which can be a huge mistake. It's all about looking inward first. It's not about the market, it's not about the competition, it's about how well an idea lines up with who you are. And this is how we do it. This little quadrant is your personal inventory. So grab one of your business ideas right now and let's run it through this. Does it connect to your passions, the stuff you genuinely care about? What about your hobbies, the things you already love doing for fun? Does it use your skills, the things you're actually good at? And finally, does it tap into your experiences, the industries or jobs you already know like the back of your hand? Here's the core principle, and it's pretty simple. The more of these boxes your idea checks off, the stronger your personal connection to it is going to be. I mean, think about it. An idea that uses your professional experience, plays to one of your key skills, and feels like a hobby? That's a powerhouse combo. But hey, don't sweat it if it doesn't hit all four. A really strong connection in just one area, especially skills or experience, can be more than enough to get you going. All right, now let's move on. Once you've found an idea that seems to fit you personally, it's time to, well, beat it up a little bit. We need to apply some pressure, to stress test it with a few tough questions and see if it actually holds up. First question, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself here. Could you live and breathe this thing, not just for a few hours after your day job? I'm talking about when the going gets tough, when you're grinding out those insane startup hours. Will the work itself be enough to keep you going? It's not about if you'll work those hours, but if you could without completely burning out. That's a real test of your passion. Second question is a big one. What if it all goes wrong? Imagine the business completely fails. No money, nothing to show for it. Would you still walk away with something valuable? If the answer is yes, if you know you'd learn a critical new skill, make amazing contacts, or gain deep industry knowledge, then it's not a total risk. It's an investment in yourself, no matter what happens. And the final stress test question is this. Can you even picture the first few steps? I'm not talking about a 50-page business plan. I mean a fuzzy, back-of-the-napkin idea of what to do first. Who would you call? What would you Google? If you can imagine a basic step 1, 2, and 3, that's a fantastic sign you've got enough experience to just get started. If it's a total blank, that's a red flag. Okay, this brings us to our final and maybe the most important filter of them all. We've looked at personal fit, we've looked at your motivation. Now for the non-negotiable reality check, your ability. Can you actually tangibly execute this idea right now? This quote right here, this is everything. Let it sink in for a second. A business opportunity you can't pursue isn't an opportunity, at least not for you. That amazing idea that needs $10 million in funding and a team of 50 engineers, it might be a great opportunity for someone else. For you, right now, it's just a dream. So let's be super clear about what ability means in this context. It's not just about your skills. It's the whole package deal. It's the time you have, the money in your bank account, the people in your contact list, and your practical skills all rolled into one. It's a hard look at what you can actually do starting tomorrow morning. The source material uses a perfect metaphor for this, the apple tree. You see all these amazing, shiny apples at the very top of the tree? Those are the billion-dollar ideas. But you can't reach them. The apples in the middle, maybe you can get with a ladder. That's like needing a small team or some funding. But your real opportunity? It's the low-hanging fruit. The apples you can reach out and grab right now with what you have. The goal isn't to find the best idea in the world. It's to find the best idea you can actually execute. So how do you figure this out? How do you know if you have the ability? It's actually pretty simple. Stop looking at the giant, scary, overwhelming idea. Instead, break it down. Deconstruct it into its smallest possible tasks. Things like build a landing page, call 10 potential customers, design a logo. When you see all the little pieces, you can honestly ask yourself, can I do this piece right now? So what if you do that and you realize, wow, this idea is just too big for me right now? Do you just give up on it? Absolutely not. And that brings us to the final, and I think the most powerful strategy here. You start small to win big. Let's make this super real with an example. Let's say your big dream is to run a full-service management company for Airbnb hosts. But man, that's a lot of tasks. You have to do listings, cleaning, booking, guest communication. It's a huge lift. Instead of abandoning the idea, you pick just one piece. You start a business that only does the cleaning for Airbnbs. That's it. You get your foot in the door, you build a reputation, you learn the industry. And I really want this to sink in. This is not giving up on your vision. It is not settling for less. It is the smartest, most strategic first step you can take to actually achieve that big vision down the road. You're building the foundation and the momentum you'll need later. And if you need any more proof, just remember this. Almost every single massive company you can think of, they didn't start by trying to take over the world. They started by finding one tiny specific niche market that they could completely own. They won there first, and then they grew. So the question to leave you with isn't what's the biggest idea you have, it's what's the smallest market you can win, starting today.